Hello, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for all being here today. I appreciate your time. I'm going to try and keep this presentation to 15-20 minutes. I know you're all very busy, so I'll try and keep it short as possible. The first thing is the high quality European education. France is well known to be within Europe probably the best. It's more affordable to send students to France than the UK and Australia and some of the other countries that I've mentioned. Internship access, we actually provide 100% of our students with their internship, and the internships in France are actually paid. For strategic heart of Europe, Paris is the heart of Europe, and it's very easily to get around Europe once the students are here. It's a world leader in business and hospitality. That's well known. Paris is the most visited city in the world. Okay, so if I just talk about our programs, we're basically offering two major subjects here, which I've just mentioned, which are business and hospitality. Now, we offer those in Bachelor of Business Administration, so it's the BBA, and then we have the MBA, which I'm sure you're all well aware of. 100% taught in English. We do give French lessons each day to our students so that they can learn a new language whilst they're here. But in the school itself, the language that is used is, of course, English. Hospitality track, which we have, which is very famous, and we work exclusively with 5-star and palaces for the internships. And as I said earlier, the internship is included. So what sets Aura apart? We have two campuses, one in Paris, one in Lyon. We have more than 15 different nationalities for the students that we have, which means that your students, when they come here, they will be actually in a very international environment. Now, that could be Europeans, of course, but it could be from anywhere else in the world. So it's practical, career-focused learning, comprehensive student support, and that goes from the visa assistance and the accommodation, guiding them right the way through, and whilst they're here too. And once again, competitive pricing versus the UK, Canada, and Australia. So what you can gain as an Aura partner, the first thing is, of course, you are running a business, so you would have an attractive commission structure, which I will show you just afterwards. Fast admissions process. Basically, if somebody contacts us on the Monday, then they will know by the Thursday or Friday at the latest whether they've been accepted. They would have had an interview with one of our staff, everything going through very quickly and smoothly for them. Dedicated admission support. So basically you would have a named person that would actually be taking the student through the process, including preparing them for their visa. Marketing materials are provided by ourselves. We do actually hold webinars with some of our agents in different countries, a joint webinar where they've actually emailed their database of students, invited them to come and learn about France, and then we've done that jointly with them to promote them as agents and obviously to promote Aura. The reliable student journey. So once again, from the application right through the visa process and right through arriving in France, settling in France, our staff are there 24/7 to be able to help those students. To recap, we have two campuses, one in Paris and one in Lyon. In Paris, it's actually in an area of Paris, which is called La Défense. La Défense is actually the biggest business hub in Europe. Once again, more than 15 different nationalities, the 2 degree levels, the BBA and the MBA, 100% English taught. However, once again, we do offer French courses each day so that people can settle in more easily. And some people actually want to stay over and live in France afterwards, which is totally possible. So France versus the other popular destinations, I'll let you look at that for yourselves. But basically, you can see that France comes up trumps for the tuition fees, the living costs, internship access. Once again, they are paid internships. All of our programs are 6-month studies and 6 months internship. And the 6 months internship, they will be paid. It's a minimum of 625 approximately euros per month. It can be as much as double or even triple, I've seen, depending on where they have their internship. Most students do actually opt for having a part-time job for the first 6 months while they're studying before they go to internship. And there is a minimum wage in France, so they would be earning about 800 to 900 euros per month. So we have an exclusive launch with benefits for you agents in Bangladesh. Now, the first thing is we're doing this for the first 30 students that are enrolled through our Bangladesh network. Just to let you know today, it's new for us, the Bangladesh market. We do have one student that came from Bangladesh. He arrived literally less than a week ago, so he's just settling in. It's a limited offer, which is for the launch. It's for the first 30 students that are enrolled. There are flexible payment options for the students, which will be 50% of the tuition fee is paid up front at enrollment, and 50% of the remaining tuition fee is paid after they have their visa, but before they come to France. The extra benefits for yourselves as the agents, on top of the commission structure, we usually charge our students a 320 euro administration fee. This will be passed directly onto yourselves. There is an early bird scholarship, which is 2,000 euros. So basically, on top of the program fees, they will deduct a 2,000 euro scholarship for the first 30 students. If I talk about the commission structure for the Aura Bangladesh partners, basically very simple and transparent. 1 to 5 students will give you a commission rate of 15%. 6 to 10 students is 17%, and more than 11 students is 20%. You just have some contact details on the screen, so you can actually get in contact with us if you want to become an agent. What I'm going to do now is just show you a couple of things. If I can just bring this up on screen. So here you have some images of you actually have there the Lyon campus, which is in the top right-hand corner, and the top left-hand corner. Then you have the Paris campus, the reception, which is just underneath. If I just scroll down a little. Here you have some students that were actually going out shopping in French, of course. The games room, I believe, yeah, this is the games room in Paris. In each campus, we have restoration facilities. So we have small cafe area where people sit down and have their lunch, etc. There you have some of the students that are with a famous chef in France, Lyon. I talked about Paris, but Lyon is actually the capital of gastronomy. So hospitality, although we teach both business and hospitality in both campuses, hospitality is obviously very interesting in Lyon. Just some of the different students we have. That's again Paris, you can see. And we have a Tunisian student. You have students that were visiting a wine business. You have some of the palaces that we work with, the staff and one of our teachers. So there you go. That's just a few images. Now, what I'm actually going to try and do is just show you very quickly some of the fees that we have. So for the BBA, average cost in France is around 12,000 to 15,000 euros, which is much more cost effective than some of the other countries. However, you'll see that our normal structure here for students outside of Europe is 10,400 per annum, and that is for the bachelor's degree, the BBA. So from that, for the first 30 students, there is 2,000 euros to be deducted. So it actually comes out at 8,400 euros. 8,400 euros plus the 320 euros, which is the administration fee. But that again will not be going to us this time. That will be going to you. The MBA cost, you'll see it's very simple. The MBA cost is literally just 1,000 euros more. This is a 2-year course, obviously a different level. We're talking about master's degree, and this is 11,400 euros per annum. Once again, for the first 30 students, 2,000 euro scholarship, so that will come down to 9,400.
Hi everyone, this is Ms. Pallavi Das. I am going to represent, I will be the regional manager for your region. So I will be guiding you throughout the process. Any kind of help you need for your registration, starting from your registration till the process of the visa, I mean, you need help in the documentation process of the student. You need help in how to punch the applications in the portal. You need help in the whole Campus France process, all the visa process. I will be there guiding you. Not just me, we have our whole team. We have our documentation manager. We have our process manager. So what all help you will need, we will be holding your hand from the beginning till the end. I would also want to add on. Sir already mentioned that we have recently gotten our first visa from Bangladesh. So obviously, Bangladesh is a very new market for us, but we have seen a great response from the students who all want to go to France and want to come to Aura to study. So that is the reason we have been, wanting to start recruiting students from Bangladesh, and we have gotten our first visa now. The name of the student is Muhammad Sahim Alam, and he's from Dhaka. So that is our first student. He's going to our Paris campus, and he's already there, I guess. So he is for MBA International Hospitality Management. That is the course of the student. And we are very happy and looking forward to starting, the recruiting students from Bangladesh. All of you, you will get a very homely atmosphere. I will be there in 24 hours contacting you. Any help that you'll need, you'll get from our side. Any support that you need, you'll get from our side. We understand that France can be new for most of us. So do not worry, we will give you a training. The first visa you will get from our side, all kind of support, and then you will gradually learn.
Okay, thank you, Palobi. Just one point I want to mention, we do help students with their accommodation. We have some of our own accommodation. Accommodation works out to about 400 to 600 euros per month, depending where they are, whether it's in a big apartment, small apartment, they're sharing with people. We do have a dedicated website for that, so they can actually choose their accommodation before they leave their home country. If there are any questions, please put them up. I can see that we have one here.
The question is basically for eligibility. No, we do not have any entrance exam for bachelor's or master's student. We just need the student to fulfill the eligibility criteria, our cutoff marks that we need for our to take our student. We need 60% marks in the last qualified examination in the aggregate. So in case the student is having that, so if it is a bachelor's student or a BBA student, we will be looking forward to having 50%, 60% marks in 12th grade. And if the student is for MBA, we need 60% marks in aggregate in the bachelor's. So that is the minimum educational requirement that we need. But yes, we also have another criteria for English marks, because we do not mandatorily require any IELTS. It's not mandatory to come to France or to Aura. So students can go ahead with their medium of instruction certificate in case the student is having more than 60% marks in 12th only in the English subject. In case the student is having more than 60% marks in 12th English, then the student can go ahead with medium of instruction certificate. No need of any extra English proficiency test. I guess that answers the question.
Thank you, Palobi. I think we have another question here.
Yeah. How long it might take to get the offer letter? What's the English language requirement? Is there any part-time work opportunity? Okay, I'll answer this. Second question I have already answered, that there is no mandatory English language requirement, and how can the student waive that off? I have already answered this question, how long it might take to get the offer letter. So I'll give you a very easy answer to this. So we have 2 rounds of interview, internal, for the college. We have first round interview, which is basically a screening round. Second round is also taken just to ensure that the student meets all the requirements. So 2 rounds of interview. It is very flexible. We do not schedule any interview. It is absolutely in the hands of the student. They can finish it within 1 week. And the offer letter, I mean, conditional offer letter can also be released within 1 week or 5 days maximum. Part-time of work opportunities, obviously it is there. It is very, very easy. As we know, it is basically Paris and Lyon, both are known for very tourist destinations. So it is very easy to get a part-time job in Paris and Lyon both. And students are allowed to work 20 hours a week.
we're looking forward to working with you in Bangladesh. I'm looking forward to visit Bangladesh. So I'd just like to say from Palobi and myself, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.